started out this morning. It's not real early, but I've got a business meeting to discuss a proposal and go over budgets and stuff like that. We'll see what comes of all of that fun. Well, the meeting this morning went very well. Got a lot concluded on that. We're waiting for a couple more pieces to come through. More information, the better. And then we'll go from there. But that was probably 2-3 hours worth of this, that, discussing back and forth options, this potential, that we could go this way. So as far as meetings go, it was good. Remember last week, maybe it was the week before, I forget, but I wrote to the Ministry of Tourism, I wrote to the person who's in charge of domestic tourism to see if we could expand efforts and all that kind of stuff. Well, I decided today, I got the information, I found on Facebook the Minister of Tourism, got an email address, and so this morning I sent the Minister of Tourism for the Bahamas a letter, and I said, maybe he's going to read it, maybe he's not, maybe he's never going to get it. But if I don't at least try, I can be pretty much guaranteed that the answer to that is going to be no. Because if you don't ask and somebody doesn't read it, it's a definite no. So, we'll see. We haven't gone for, it's been 2-3 days since we've gone for a beach walk. It's been, the weather hasn't been right, the tides haven't been right, I've been busy, so this afternoon we're going to go out and do it and try to get back in the pattern again. But tide's at a funny time, it's like noontime right now, so it makes it a little tricky. It's going to be a little tricky getting that boat back in the water. Hopefully not leave it too soon. Look, traffic.
No Ninja Man.
Yeah, that's right. How come no Ninja Kong today? Oh, that tide's low.
Is it a full moon?
No, it's not a full moon. I've calmed down a little bit. But when I first got home from our beach walk, I looked at my phone, and I'm looking at one of my accounts, and I look at a picture, and I said, hey, this is my picture. The picture I had put up wasn't a picture, it was a video. So somebody had taken this picture as a screenshot and then put it up as their own. I was like, and I know these people. It's like, just made my blood boil. I was ready to call them up, call up the company, copyright issues, blah, blah, blah. But I calmed down and I said, okay, I'm going to give you the chance to take it off. So I wrote to them. So now we'll see. And I actually know, and I've met with the person who's the owner of the company quite a few times. So if that doesn't happen, then I'm going to write to him and say, hello, this is what happened. Don't do it again. Take it down, etc. Get your own stuff. I spend a lot of time, effort, and everything else to make this content. It's not free for you to use. I don't mind if you repost it, but you credit us for doing it, not claim it as your own. There, I said that. Who knows what'll happen next. Once again, in the you see some things here. The boat you just saw, the tender boat or whatever you call it on the beach that we just went by, that goes to the boat that was in the time-lapse video. And obviously you would think those people would know not to come so close to shore that when the tide went out, they couldn't go anywhere. But obviously they didn't. So they got to have a fun day sitting on the picnic benches and maybe wandering around waiting for the tide to come back up, because I'm sure that little boat weighs quite a bit. More than 4 people are going to move. I bet you they won't do that again. Okay, hopefully you can see that. But it's 85 out and 67% humidity. The other day, my mother said, "Oh my God, the humidity is killing us." She's in Maine. It's 68% humidity. Well, 67% humidity is low here. And Sid's hair gets kind of frizzy when it's really humid. It's not frizzy at all at 67%. Remember a little while ago we had that copyright problem? Well, I wrote to them on Instagram. There was no response. It'd been 3-4 hours. So I wrote to the manager of the place, and who I also know. And I said, this needs to be resolved. I showed him the pictures, all that kind of stuff. And probably in 20 minutes, he wrote back with the person who does the Instagram account and said, fix this. So hopefully it does get fixed. I assume it will. But the point of that, too, is that these companies who do marketing for other entities, they post pictures, they have no engagement, they have virtually no responsibility. I just don't get why companies hire these people, these marketing firms, to do these things when they're just, it's useless, it's worthless to me. You're not getting anybody, you're not attracting anybody. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, and how these marketing companies do this, I haven't the vaguest idea. How they get people to fall for it, I have even less of an idea. But hopefully it's resolved soon. Did I mention that wasn't done by an individual? That was done by a marketing company. I think that says a lot about that company, huh? They ought to know way better. An individual I could sort of somewhat understand, but a company that deals in marketing? And this is number 2. Too small, and he goes back.